Good morning, folks, and it's Mr. Zen over here with a brand new Mob Psycho discussion, folks. Now, folks, I was in love with this episode. As you can clearly see, as each of the episodes are coming out with Mob Psycho 100, for right now, it seems to me that it's only a slice of life genre with slight action and like a slight romance too, in a sense, after this episode. But the overall aspect of this whole anime itself is just comedy. There's so much comedy in it. It's not spoof comedy. It's more like observational comedy right there in a sense, because of the fact that we're actually following just the regular life of Mob himself. That's all it is. And I'm loving the way that one is taking the role of this story, and that is that the idea is very simple at the fact, the idea is simple, but the overall aspect of the whole anime is huge, as there is limitless possible stories to go along with each and every episode. And I'm loving that because at the same time, you don't know what the next episode is going to be about, too. And I'm kind of curious as to the life of Mob now, because clearly it's not really a coming of age story. Actually, never mind, scratch that. It really is a coming of age story for Mob. Mob is such a powerful psychic, but he's trying to overall improve himself as a person. That's what basically this anime is all about. Like, I'm clearly loving how the one is taking its toll on this anime, and it's beautiful. This is beautiful. But let's get to this discussion / review, guys. Now, the episode did first off with Master Reagan, folks. I love this character. This character is so freaking hilarious in every episode that we've seen so far. He's always comes back with one-liners, and he comes back with each anticipation and con lines. I swear to God, he's just too funny in itself. But Master Reagan himself, he was actually shown that he's still back at it. He's still back at it again, trying to lie to his guests about what he does for his job. But this time, the little comedy skit that they kind of involved with this was more along the lines of Master Reagan masquerading as a massage parlor while people are coming in expecting, can you get rid of this ghost problem that I have? But apparently they're coming in there and getting a massage instead. And I'm here dying of laughter because of the fact that Master Reagan is being portrayed as a freaking hilarious guy, man. Oh my God, he is so funny. He is so funny. It's funny because because of the way that they, like, every panel that they're showing every time he comes out is just full of emotions. Even when he's having a conversation with Mob himself, he's still clearly showing pure emotion, as like, oh, am I gonna get caught? Because they kind of emphasize the fact that, oh, is Mob gonna figure me out that I'm a con? Because Mob is, he's still young, so he's still a little bit ignorant in terms of life itself, but he still questions Reagan and says, oh, why are you, I can tell you're getting better at doing your massages, man. And you can clearly tell that Reagan's like, oh snap, he's gonna figure me out soon. Oh, I better make the best of this. And I'm here thinking like, oh man, the chemistry, guys, the chemistry between these characters is just hilarious. Oh man, like, personally, if you're not loving the anime by the second episode, I'm kind of still wondering that what actually makes you love an anime from there on, or what makes a great show for you. Because the fact that, yes, this anime is intended for, actually, this anime is intended for any audience too, old and young at itself, because the comedy and the genre that it's in, it could fit almost everywhere too at the same time. Because of the fact that it could fit with the young generation and older generation, because it gives also a sense of nostalgia when you're watching the anime itself. Because it kind of brought me back in the episode, and it made me think about, what did I do back when I was in middle school? Was I doing the same thing that Mob was doing, having a job, or trying to find like a hobby, a girlfriend, and stuff and such like that? And this episode was clearly emphasized the fact that, this episode was basically about Mob trying to find something that he wants to do in life itself. And I personally, when I was watching the episode, it just gave me that sense of nostalgia, folks. Like, oh, what was I doing back in middle school? was I doing the same thing Mob was doing? And I'm here thinking like, yeah, I pretty much was. I pretty much was doing the same thing Mob was doing, except without the job part. I didn't really start working until like I was 20. But other than that, you know, the fact that you can get a sense of compassion for Mob in this episode itself too. And I'm loving the fact they kind of went with the direction itself. You know, the episode also involved Mob, but it also involved brand new characters, and that's the Telepathy Club, because of the fact that it starts showing the harsh realities of middle school life. You know, and I'm here thinking like, I don't remember my middle school life that harsh, but then I'm here thinking, then again, it's, you know, you're looking at the eyes of middle schoolers themselves. So yes, of course they see it as a harsh treatment, but as when people get older, you know, they'll probably say like, oh, I can't believe that all that happened when I was younger. But like I said, the episode, and it first started with Mob and Reagan talking about what Mob should be doing outside. And Master Reagan, of course, he doesn't want Mob to leave his office, because, you know, he's still trying to use him, you know. And Mob is questioning himself to say, you know, I want to do something in my life, but Master Reagan, can you help me out? What should I really be doing? You know, should I be working, or should I be doing something for myself? And of course, Reagan is clearly saying, you know, work for me. That's all he's basically saying. In a sense, that's kind of good, but at the same time, you know, Mob needs to also help himself too. And that's what the episode, like I said, is actually emphasizing, the fact that Mob has to figure out something for himself. And I love the fact that when they mentioned the Telepathy Club, when they were involved with it, they were showcased as a club, you know, of kids just trying to have fun, you know. And they were trying to recruit Mob, and the way they recruited Mob was very desperate too. And like I said, like, I love how one sense of how he portrays every character's sense of emotion, and how they're trying to like portray themselves into each and every character. It's just hilarious, the fact that the Telepathy Club was seen as a very creepy club, and I'm here wondering like, oh my god, you know, these guys are that desperate that they're just recruiting anybody, and they recruited Mob, even though Mob is a very powerful character and very popular outside of school, but in school he's seen as like how they kind of stated, a going home club, basically just an antisocial person. That they're basically saying, we found an antisocial person and we get this. But they really didn't recruit him, because as the episode progressed, Mob was thinking over as to should he be recruiting her so he can have some fun and maybe try and find himself. But then it also raised questions as to, will Mob really be enjoying himself in this club? And it really looked like the club was really going nowhere. It's basically just kids goofing around. And even Master Reagan himself kind of explained that too, that this club is not going anywhere and it should be taken off the list, because the fact the episode also involved that the club itself, they were kind of looking for a new member, or if not, they don't find a new member, then of course, then the club has to get disbanded. So, but back what Master Reagan said is, you know, clearly this club has been disbanded for a specific reason, and that is true. That the fact that, you know, clearly this club is not helping no one. It's just literally hurting its own self. Since the characters are seen as kids goofing off, then of course, with no goal in mind in that club, then of course it should be disbanded. Like, what's the point of having that club? And then why can't the kids just, you know, go have fun outside? Which kind of made sense what Master Reagan was saying. And another fact that Master Reagan was talking to Toma-chan, and how he was, like, they were just talking back and forth and kind of giving each other a little insight voices as to say, you know, you're a con artist and you're using Mob. But it's like both the club and Reagan were kind of trying to use Mob for themselves. So basically Mob didn't really fit in with both clubs. And I love the fact that they were emphasizing that Mob didn't really fit in. None of that. And that which goes along the line as to like how the episode went along. And then, you know, they went on to a little battle-oriented scenes. And that was pretty funny, too. But that's where Mob had an epiphany right there when he went to this all-girls school and he kind of helped all the girls. And it's funny. And I love the fact that, oh, my God, it's so hilarious. I'm so sorry. I love the fact that when Mob was a woman and he saved all like some like basketball girls, all the women were then on him and saying, oh my god, he became super popular. But as a female, it was just kind of sad for me, because I'm like, you know, I'm here thinking like, ouch, you know, I feel bad for Mob. He's popular, but as a different gender. Oh man, I felt bad for him. I'm like, damn, Mob. I can't understand what kind of pain you're going through. Ooh, that is hurtful. But yes, folks. Then, you know, like I said, like, the way that they're portraying the anime is just hilarious in the sense, you know, the way that the mob and Reagan are just doing their hilarious antics to get money as well. And also, folks, I actually want to point out that I googled how much 300 yen per hour was. Basically, mob was getting paid like $2.87 an hour. $2.87 per hour for Reagan. Reagan is literally doing child labor. Like, he's using slave. He's basically having mob as a slave, basically. Oh my god. Like I said, like, the episode is just hilarious. It's just hilarious after one scene after another. Oh my god. It's just hilarious in this sense. Like I said, I really am loving Mob Psycho 100. I actually am ashamed that I have not yet actually watched this or read this manga itself. I'm ashamed. You know, oh man. But I'm going to finish this review, guys. Don't worry, I'm going to finish it now. And now, at the end of the episode, Mob then finally decides what he actually wants to join. And yes, folks, he does not join the Telepathy Club. The Telepathy Club gets disbanded, folks, yes. Because like I said before, it actually emphasized that Mob wants to better himself and wants to have fun in life. Because the ghost that he kind of was talking to said, you know, I hope you're living life to the fullest. And that kind of hit me too. I'm hoping that am I living life to the fullest? No, you want to have fun in life, guys. You really do want to have fun. That's the point of enjoying life itself. Is don't if you feel like you're working, you know, don't just stop what you're doing and try to change your life. And that's what Mob was doing, and that's what this whole episode was about. Is Mob changing himself and getting a better view on his life. And that is when the next club that was going to come in that destroyed the Telepathy Club. And it was the muscle. This is basically a workout club that came in. They actually were trying to use the club because, you know, they needed a room. You know, I'm guessing to work out or anything. Like basically like a mini gym. And the episode then did a 360-degree turn, folks. And that's where it got me at the end of the episode. I personally died because at the end of the episode, folks, Mob joins the muscle club. Mob joins the muscle club because he thought about it and he said, you know what, since it clearly shows that Mob is reaching puberty, Mob is saying, you know what, I'm gonna join this club for the woman. Yes, folks, for the woman. And he said, you know what, I'm hoping you guys can take me in. I'll be happy to join your club. And I love how one of the muscle-bound characters was just like, what? Yeah, you want to join us? We'll be glad to take you. And I'm here like, what the heck, man? That is just hilarious in itself, guys. Oh my god. Like I said, this episode was purely dramatic and funny all at once. And now you gotta love the Telepathy Club's reaction to Mob's decision. Mob clearly just kind of shunned them away and said, you know what, forget you guys. I'm not going over with you. I'm going to these guys. Clearly, these guys are doing something. And that's the way the end of the episode kind of ended. And clearly, folks, it was beautiful. I love this. I'm loving this anime, what it's doing, you know. Episode 2 was glorious. And I can't wait for episode 3, guys. I actually clearly want to know what is Mob going to do. He's going to start working out, or as how every meme is coming out, it's Mob's journey to become One Punch Man. Oh my god. Which, by the way, folks, there was a lot of One Punch Man cameos in the episode. If you guys didn't really notice it, there was Mob reading One Punch Man novel. And if I remember, one of the Telepathy Club members also had a One Punch Man kind of like a little cameo there too. Like I said, folks. But like I said, this episode was great. Great overall, guys. I highly recommend this anime for all you guys out there. For your first-time viewers or you guys avid readers of Mob Psycho 100, I recommend this anime for all of you guys. And also, guys, but that's it for today, guys. Like I said, I enjoyed it. Don't forget, guys, if you guys enjoy my content, give a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget, have a wonderful day, guys. But this is Mr. Zen, signing out.